Delighted to have Marina Dillon here today to speak with me about my mental health in Irish schools transition year project. Marina is a trainee counselling psychologist who shares my passion for bettering mental health supports in schools. She has strongly advocated for this in the past. The approach to mental health in the Irish school system in Ireland must be improved. Student and parent voices are missing from this vital discussion, and therefore I am creating this video podcast series to interview students, parents, past pupils, and those who also wish to advocate alongside our voices in order to strive for change. Marina Dillon, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and why you wanted to get involved in the Mental Health in Irish Schools Transition Year project.
First of all, thank you very much for having me, Aisling. So, as you said, Marina Dillon, that's my name. I'm from Dublin originally, living out in Westmeath. I'm married with children. My kids are in secondary school. I guess I have had a colourful background. So I've worked in the areas of banking, teaching, human rights, and lived abroad, and then moved back 2002 to study psychology. So I decided that was the career I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing. And what I didn't realize is that it's a long, long road. I'm actually still on that road, would you believe? So I did an undergraduate degree at Maynooth in psychology, honours degree there in psychology. And then I went on to do a master's in Trinity College in applied psychology. So I am currently a full-time student and I am doing a doctorate in psychology. So we're nearly there. It's just another 3 years on the road, and I'm getting there. But as regards myself, I suppose leisure-wise, I'm a coach as well. I'm a soccer coach. So I do that as a hobby and I enjoy working with kids, and there is so much to learn from kids and I continue to learn from them and I enjoy it as well. So it's nice to have that.
Yeah. How do you feel the approach surrounding mental health has changed since you were in school?
Oh, that's a good question. If I was back in school, I'd probably be able to answer that better. So I can only tell you from my kids. Having said that, with my background, I guess I'm more open with my kids. I speak quite openly about mental health. So I guess there's that too to bear in mind. But we didn't have TY back then. And I see you're making really good use of TY, and well done for that. I think it's great to have that option, it's sort of a timeout, even an opportunity. For example, for me, I could have maybe seen back then what it was like to work in psychology. So we didn't have that timeout. So I think that's good. And I call it a timeout, but I know you're doing a lot of really valuable work during the year. So it's great to have that option. Mental health wasn't discussed back in my day. We didn't talk about emotions. I went to an all-girls nun school. Even when it came to subject of biology, a nun taught us biology. And I remember they used to teach us certain subjects that were maybe more sensitive. They'd tell us the chapter to read and then they'd just walk out and let us concentrate on that subject. Or they'd show us a video and then just leave us in the room to watch the video. So that was the approach then. Now, it's a good while back, but yeah, I'd like to think things have moved on, and I get the impression from my kids they have, but they could even improve further.
Yeah. How do you feel we can further this conversation and make more changes in Irish schools?
Okay, so I've written a little list because I had a feeling you were going to ask me that, and so I think there's a lot of things. To be honest, personally, I'm very strong about us having school psychologists. Yeah. The reason for that is because I lived abroad, and over there, France being one of the countries I lived in, it's quite normal to have a school psychologist attached to a school. And what that is literally the likes of me, hopefully, when I finally qualify, I'm actually working directly for a school. It would tend to be a big school, so it wouldn't be, a small rural school, but one of the larger schools. So the idea around that is basically I'd be working hand in hand with a school principal, and I would attend to any issues around learning difficulties, bullying, anxiety, anything, that's going on for a child. I'd be able to look after them under the one roof and help them there. Now, unfortunately for us, we aren't in a position to do that in Ireland because we don't have enough staffing. But that's a discussion for another day. So that would be one thing. School psychologists, I think, are really important. What else did I put? I know these basic stuff, hot meals. I think we could do with hot meals in schools, and time to eat food. Like the kids don't have time to eat. I don't know how you find it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. They're on such tight time,
Mm.
and even more so since the restrictions came in.
Yeah.
As well, you know, they have very little. Neve has, Ashley's sister seems to have very little time to eat when she was at school. So yeah, I agree there. I think that would be really important, but possibly hard to do as well.
I know they're doing it in some schools. I think the DESH schools and that provide hot meals.
Okay.
But it's a start. But I think, you know, particularly winter in our country, if they're doing it in other countries and they're warmer climates, I can't see why we're not doing it. So that's something I think. And another basic thing, what is it I put down here? Oh yeah, homework is another thing. I don't know, I'm sure kids would all be in favor of less homework, but I think maybe it can be a bit repetitive and boring. I find that with my kids. And if they could do more things to encourage a bit of creativity, fun, do you know, just after school activities outside of homework, that would be a nicer way to spend their time. What else? Ooh, unstructured classes throughout the week. That's another one. I thought it'd be nice if you could just have classes where you decide what you would like to do.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah. We have a class kind of like that, but it's only because we're in TY. We wouldn't normally have that in our normal timetable, but just because we're in TY, we have a class twice a week where we kind of just have free time to do stuff. But I think it would be good if we had that across all years and not transition years. So.
And another one would be further training for teachers. I think, for example, us as psychologists, we'd be more than happy, I know I would, to go into schools and help teachers to look out for certain symptoms or to flag children they were worried about and to run it by us. I think we could help there. So there are a few ideas.
How do you mind your own mental health and well-being, especially now in the time of a pandemic?
It's a good one. How do we all? No one foresaw this. We're not prepared for it. I might be in the road. I might have covered psychology a lot, but in all fairness, we're all feeling anxious and uncertain, and that's normal. You know, I just want to get that message across that we should. It's very normal in a pandemic that you would feel on edge or worried about our future or what lies ahead. How do I cope? I go for walks every day. My dog loves bringing me for a walk. So that's one. I just vary my diet, as best I can, considering we're home a lot. We've more time to focus on those things. And I guess rest when I can. Probably could do it more rest. So that's something I'd recommend, but I'm not getting enough of, I feel. And just go easy on yourself. Just don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
So I try and be easy on myself. Yeah.
As part of the Mental Health in Irish Schools Transition Year project, I have started a petition to highlight the lack of mental health supports in schools and to ask the Irish government to provide a dedicated mental health support service for Irish schools. The petition draws on the Irish Association of Counselling and Psychotherapy commissioned National Crisis Survey in March of 2019, in which 9 in 10 Irish adults strongly wished for therapeutic counselling to be made available in all schools in Ireland. Why did you sign the petition?
Because of you. It's thanks to you. I'm all for supporting young voices. I think that's the key. It's not about us. It's about what you want. You're the ones who are going through it. It's your lived experience. I'm not in your shoes. You are. And you have friends, same age, all going through the same. So we need to be listening to you. And we're here just to help and serve. But I would much rather that you're the one, and you are, and well done for fighting the campaign. And I'm happy to be on board and help you out as best I can. And I think it's for the government to listen to your voice and take heed. The best way to change is from within, and you're in there. We're outside. So we're here for you. Yeah.
What message you'd like to share with the people watching this interview?
that we all have mental health, all ages, we all have mental health, and it's normal to have mental health, just like it's normal to have physical health. And we need to look after that as best we can and pay heed to it. We need to exercise it, mind our mental health, and care for it when we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marina Dillon, thank you for showing your support towards my mental health and Irish Schools Transition Year project. Your time, words, and support towards the mental health of young people in Ireland is valued and appreciated.
Thank you very much.